Hello and welcome to another video from me, Duncan M3BIK, and on this video I'm going to show you radio reference and how to export from radio reference to your Whistler TRX-1 or TRX-2 in my case. So I've found some frequencies here that I want to export on the radio reference website, some London control frequencies. So I've got them all on screen. You click scanner export, select TRX1/TRX2, and it's going to then export them there to a text file. I'm just going to rename that text file now and give it a meaningful name, just for my own reference, nothing else. Just going to call it London, and I'm just going to double click that file now and open it. Now you can see here we've got some very long names here for the descriptions. Now the limit on the Whistler display is 16 characters. So what I'm going to do here is get rid of the word London control. I'm going to replace it with LC. So do a find and replace. I'm going to type in London control and replace with just LC. So when it comes up, it just says LC. So I know it's London control, and that will shorten it a little bit. Not fully, but it'll make it a little bit more readable. And we just do a replace all there. And as you can see, that looks a little bit better now. And this will all become apparent a little bit later on. So we save that file and exit the notepad. Now, as you can see there, I'm just counting the characters before I save it. It's a bit over 60, but at least it's more readable. So we're going to save that now. So we've got that file saved in my downloads folder. I'm now going to open the Whistler software. And at this point, you want the Whistler radio itself to be switched off, powered off. And on the first screen here, the general configuration screen, we've got the basically scan groups list here, and I'm going to create one here called London Control, and I'm going to enable it. All will become apparent why I'm doing that. So that's the name of the scan list. Now we go to conventional frequencies, and this is all your frequencies that you've got in the scanner that may be in different scan lists and things like that. So we click on the import and go to import the file. Now here is where you've got to change these columns to match. So the description is the alpha tag and the frequency is the frequency. So we need to change frequency to frequency, and column 3 is mode. That's the only 3 that we need to change: alpha tag, frequency and mode. And then we can just do an import. So that's how it's going to look on the scanner. Now obviously there's a lot of frequencies here, so we click import. Take a few moments, it'll just import all those. Now it'll import those 90 objects at the very end of the list, so the last 90. So if I scroll right down to the bottom, it's the last 90. Now I want to make a global change to these, and I want to place them in the correct scan list. So I find them, and you can basically just highlight them, shift select them all, just the last 90. So we can scroll all the way down to the bottom and select the last 90. And then on the right hand side, if you click scan list there, you can untick the default, which is my local main, and scroll down to the one that I've just created, London Control. Click set on that, and that will all move all those 90 into that group there. So that's done that. The next bit I wanted the backlight here. So you click the backlight column, currently set to leave. I want it to come on when it hits a frequency, and I also want a color, so I can add a random color for the little LED as well. Just any random color will do. Okay, again, and that's going to set them all to that color. And it's going to turn the backlight on as well when it finds an active frequency. So we click set on that, and it'll do the same thing. And there we go, it set them. That's that bit done. So now we're back to the normal bit where we've got to go in and click and upload all these to the scanner now. So we're copying to the scanner now. Proceed with copy, yes. And of this, obviously, make sure you select your TRX-2 radio SD card there. Make sure it's plugged in but not powered on, and it should detect it. Okay, we've done that bit now, and that will now just bring us this default screen up about selecting the folders to copy. We click copy folders, and we wait.
A few moments later.
And once it's actually copied all these files to the scanner, we can then quit the scanner software and we can power the scanner on, and then we can jump and have a look at all the different frequencies and test the scan list out on the scanner, because we now should see that new scan list called London Control that I created in the software. That should be uploaded to the Whistler scanner, so we can have a look at the scan list now on the scanner. File copy complete, all done. We can jump over and have a look on the scanner. So now I'm powering the scanner on, and it's initializing the SD card as it does when you first switch it on. So we just have to wait a few moments while it initializes the SD card. There we go, it's initialized the card. Just verifying the data now. This just takes a few moments. And there we go, the scanner is now on. We can press menu and we can go to scan lists and tab across to that and look at the lists we've got here, and we can select or deselect any that we want. I'm going to deselect all of them apart from the one that I've just created, which should appear at the very bottom of the list. London Control, there we go, that is ticked. So now if we go back to menu and right click on scan, it will now scan London Control. And we should now be able to hear various different things as we scan across the band. Some might be a bit too scratchy, so I'm going to skip them.
You're on the heading, first climb shortly.
Well, as we can see, the scan list is now working and finding frequencies that we've created and added via the software. Thanks for watching this video, everyone.
North Hotel, contact London 135.255. 135.255, bring 95 Golf Hotel. Bye-bye.
For the sector, I'll request a joining clearance for you at a particular point. I'm just wondering considering your routing, I'm just wondering what the best point might be. Do you any kind of requests on where I request your joining clearance?
Hey, definitely not normal. It's very far sighted from my current location. I will be ridden to Sierra Bravo Lima, and then overhead to Leeds East, so somewhere up around just past the north of Bradford. Anywhere around there works for you.